announcements. I'll be right back as well. Pete's gonna be like, I can't believe you guys actually did this.
Yes, absolutely.
It's so funny.
Who knows? Maybe you can join sometime.
What I think we should do is
I know it's,
say it again?
I know it's super early for him though.
Yeah, so we should alternate movies. So I did this week. The next one, you choose a movie that we do.
Oh.
And that way, like, and then I'll watch it, whatever. And like Jaws, I got almost all of it. I didn't get 100%, but
yeah, but you know it already.
Movie off by heart, so.
Yeah.
Lightsy and One Lost VK here already.
Gaz is coming all confused.
No, I understand. I'll get a logo and all that stuff going too here. And we can even change the name.
Yeah.
We'll have to come up with a different one for sure. PCU is funny though. That's your name.
I mean, it's totally up to you.
No, I don't mind keeping it. We'll have to make it work though. Nintendo's trending on Twitter.
I wouldn't know, would I?
Yeah. Okay, so back in 2001, Nintendo did a British commercial for Mario Kart on the Game Boy Advance, and it features an old man in a wheelchair getting hit by a truck.
That sounds about right. I've never seen that.
I'm watching it right now. The old man in the wheelchair is beating the three dudes, sitting on a bench, old people, and the guy unlocks his wheel, and he goes rolling back into a roadway where a transport or a big truck runs the guy over. You can't do that in 2022. This is hilarious. And then it shows a wheelchair with, it says Mario Kart Super Circuit or whatever. That's funny. Rick Mayer used to do adverts for Super Nintendo games. I take it he's British.
That sounds like a British name.
That's so funny. Man, we were at games. Rick is a legend. He's a ledge. We got
he's just ledge.
One boss VK. We get Troy Woodfield in the house. A to Z of game. I was at GameStop yesterday in Halifax at the big mall. There's a 3-level mall there, right in Halifax, and it makes Ours. Ours is an all right size, but compared to Halifax, it's and I don't even think Steph and I seen all of it. He was an amazing comedian. It's a funny commercial. And went into GameStop there, and I was just like, oh, I want to buy some of the things. We've got 2 GameStops within a kilometer radius of each other right where I'm at. It's really weird. I went in the mall and one at like a strip mall that it would take 5 minutes to walk to each one. But they're both awesome. I can't wait to set up those new shelves though. You just wait, LED lights. Once I get these downstairs, these things here, and then I'll set this back up again.
How many arcade things have you got now?
I got 4. I need at least 1. It's the one that has Gauntlet with it, so I think it is I forget which one has Gauntlet in it. So a lot of these are, like, if you look on the base, it shows like 8 games or whatever. So it has like a main box, and then you can play the other games with it, which is fantastic. And so this one has, I think it's like Street Fighter, but it's not Street Fighter. I think it may be a Mortal Kombat one, whatever. But then it has like several other games with it. Gauntlet is one of my childhood favorite arcade games of all time. And it's so awesome. And I want to play that on an arcade cabinet. All right, well, in 2 minutes we can get started.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, Shia Lee! Shia Lee is here. Here we go. All right, let's go. This is episode 1. I'm pretty excited. Here we go. Hey, welcome to the very first, we're calling it right now, the Pharaoh Cinematic Universe movie podcast. But it's going to be movie, it's going to be TV show. And right now it's just Lee and I for now. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a movie bi-weekly because we do the Gamers Pass podcast as well. So we're going to do this bi-weekly. We're going to choose one movie and we're going to watch it and we're going to talk about it and have a good time. This week is my favorite movie of all time, which is a 1975 classic, Jaws. And we're going to get to that towards the end. That's one I chose. And then Lee's going to choose the next one. Now, I just want to say the name, Pharaoh Cinematic Universe, is not mine. I'm not like, hey, this is all about Paul. It's not. Lee chose that. This guy right here, he chose it. And we're just going to have fun with this. And we're going to talk about news. We're going to talk about movies. We'll probably have some spoilers for people. So I will let you know beforehand. This week, we're talking about Thor, Love and Thunder. Lee and I both seen it. That was supposed to be our very first podcast a couple weeks ago, but just me. We'll just say just me. We're going to talk about Nope. I seen that 2 nights ago. Nope. Spoiler free for Nope, just as a heads up because Lee hasn't seen it yet. And then we're going to talk about the main focus, Jaws. I want to talk about a new trailer. I want to do like a horror section as well. We want to do Star Wars. And I'm going to pile a bunch of stuff on Lee for all of this stuff. So this is going to be good times. But the horror, I saw a trailer for a movie called Pray for the Devil. And it was freaking cool. I cannot wait. There was another one too, but we'll get into that later. Joining me is my co-host, as always. Does Lee have trivia? I love it. I haven't seen any of those except Star Wars. I've seen Star Wars. Yeah. Well, Shia Lee, we're happy to have you. So hopefully You can get some tidbits to watch. But here, everybody in the chat, if you guys want to join us, or if one person wants to join us, hop on Discord. Let me know. I'll send out like a big hey, who wants to join? Please say here in this movie chat. I'll get Lee to create kind of like a Discord channel. And if you want to be part of it, and what we're gonna do is Lee's gonna check the next one, and so in 2 weeks we're gonna do his movie that he chose, and I'll get your names, and I'm going to and then we'll invite one person on, and then you'll just be part of the podcast. So I think that'd be fun. It'd be nice and cool. Yeah. So I told Steph, I was like, I don't know how long we're gonna be. It's just Lee and I. This is our very first one. She'll be like, oh, you'll probably be 90 minutes to 2 hours. Oh. All right, joining me as Jurassic Park. Ooh, okay, Jurassic Park would be amazing. All right, joining me as always on everything is Lee Everett. Lee, how you doing? And what's been going on this week?
I'm doing awesome. Yeah. Been sorting stuff out. I mean, like it's hard to really say, to be honest. I watched yours. So I'll let you know what I think about that when we get to it. But yeah, I've been doing great.
Movie?
Yeah.
All right, I can't wait to talk about it because it's such a wonderful movie. All right, keep going.
All right, good. What? So we're moving on to the next bit?
No, not yet. I want to know, like, tell everybody what you're wearing right now. Like, Lee is a large Marvel fan. He huge Marvel fan. Comics, movies, TV shows, right?
Yes. Right. And what I'm wearing right now, over the Pharaoh TV Dojo Legend shirt, of course, is the vibranium claws, the necklace that T'Challa wears in Black Panther, of which his vibranium suit comes out of. But yes.
That's cool. What else you got? You got something else?
Yes, and what came with it was the Kamoyo vibranium beads, the bracelet that comes with that. It was used for all different kinds of stuff.
Sure.
I don't know what the symbols mean on it. They're Wakandan, but I don't know what they mean.
All right. Go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah. And with that, I get like a certificate
That's what I was going to ask next. Does it have a authenticity thing?
Yes. It's 4,492 out of 7,000. So
here at GameStop, previously known as EB Games, they have, I think, 6 different ones now on display at one of my stores. They're like 200 and some bucks. One dropped to 129, but it's Marvel stuff, whatever, and it has the certificate of authenticity, comes with its own case, all of that stuff. So yeah, so you're heavy into Marvel.
Yes.
What about DC?
No.
No DC.
I know some stuff about DC, but I can't consider myself a fan.
Well, we need to see Black Adam, dude, and we need to chat about Black Adam when that comes out. But that's DC.
I've seen like a fair few DC films, but I haven't like.
Have you seen the Shazam movie?
Yes.
That's amazing. I love Shazam. I thought it was so good. I thought it was fantastic. So Shazam. What else? We got the we'll say the Snyder cut of Batman v Superman or whatever, which was a lot better.
The Snyder
Justice League. That's it.
4-hour one.
Yeah, that was a lot better than the one they did.
It is, but I won't get into that.
Well, we should sometime. That'll be good. The Justice League fiasco. Here's a question. And this is just totally off topic the way we want to go. What about the dude who plays the Flash? He is on fire, crazy.
Yes, Ezra Miller, yes.
So what are your thoughts? Okay, so look at Marvel. Marvel's done amazing things with their movie, building their timeline. DC's like, oh, I want in on this money. Let's just everything. Why would they not take the dude from the TV show, The Flash, and use him in the stinking movie, since we already know all about it? Watch it. We won't talk about that right now.
Because because I think of something like that, like I'd say, like, well, there are people who watch films and people watch shows and they don't always watch both, and it's like, and it's picking a very developed character from the shows and plopping in the films. People who only watch the films are not going to get that.
So, but that's okay because they chose a new guy anyways, right? Like, who knew
Um,
who this dude was to play the Flash? He had no ties whatsoever, cinematically.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I would say take the dude that's on the TV show, throw him in the movie as well. That way you don't have some bat poop crazy dude doing anything crazy. I think we debated
Yeah.
replacing T'Challa fans. Oh, that is a good question there. Uh, so let's just do that. What Shia Lee just said. What about replacing? Or she said, what do you think about the debate of replacing T'Challa? Fans were planning to boycott the movie because they were planning on recasting T'Challa. Now, is that Chadwick Boseman? Was that his
Yeah,
actual?
Chadwick
Okay,
Boseman.
I'm
Yeah.
going to come right out and say I'm totally fine with recasting him.
Right.
Personally, I understand there would be people who like stone him, but that's okay. Like crap happens. It's all right. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna go right out and say I'm totally fine if we have Leia parts as not body parts, but Leia scenes in upcoming movies with having a CG Leia. I'm just saying. But Lee, what are your thoughts on since you're a huge Marvel fan?
Well, they've released the Black Panther 2 trailer. Have you
Yes.
seen that?
I have
Yes,
not seen
Wakanda
it.
Forever.
Yeah, I haven't
Oh,
seen
you
it
haven't
yet.
seen it, right? Well, like, I'll do you want me to just say something that happens in it, or like, or not?
What's this?
Do you want me to leave? Like, for in the trailer, do you want
Yeah,
me to say something that happens in the trailer?
go ahead. It's in the trailer.
Yeah. Well, there's from what we see in the trailer, there's no indication that they're recasting Black Panther.
Right.
Um, because there's like a big mural on like a wall of Chadwick Boseman's face, and they're not going to recast someone who looks different to be like him. And then we don't see Black Panther or Chadwick or any kind of character who would be that throughout any of the trailer apart from the
Okay.
last shot. And that could honestly be someone different, being I don't know, Black Panther's sister Shuri, or someone else taking up the mantle, like
I'm
M'Baku.
I'm fine with another Black Panther movie being a super strong female lead. I'm
Yeah,
not one of those people that are up in arms. Oh, should be male. This should be white. Blah blah. I couldn't care less about that stuff.
well, in the comics, like his sister did take up the mantle, so it's like it's
Ooh.
not unheard of that there would be a female Black Panther because there has been one in the comics.
All
And
right.
these are
So
comics that have been around for like 50 years.
I know nothing really about the Marvel outside of the movies. We'll say I know nothing with the
Well,
comics or anything like that. So
I mean,
that's
originally they were called Black Leopards, so instead of Black Panther.
oh, okay, cool. I have not seen the movie trailer for a vampire TV series. All right, you know what? We're gonna start off, and we're gonna do this every movie podcast. We're gonna start off with news. Lee has okay, he has news, but there's been so much news coming out of San Diego Comic Con. It is mind blowing the information that has jumped out of there. So I don't know how much you got, Lee. You can condense it. We can talk about whatever. But go right ahead, sir, and let's do this.
I mean, really, I've got the upcoming Marvel stuff to be released,
All right.
and uh, and it's a fair amount of films and shows.
Yeah, go ahead.
Um,
Let's do it.
so coming out 10th of August is I Am Groot. It's a 5 short episodes, so like 5 to 10 minute episodes of just Groot on his little adventures. Can't say it looks great from the trailer, but
I am
I'll
Groot.
watch it anyway.
Vin Diesel's best performance in any movie ever is
Agreed.
as Groot. I am
Agreed.
Groot.
Um,
It's so good.
the next thing is She-Hulk, which is the
Okay.
next full Marvel show.
All right.
Um,
What
yeah.
what about She-Hulk? Is this something that you're excited about? Like, did you watch the trailers for it?
Yes, I've watched the trailers for them. I will watch them regardless because I've seen pretty much everything Marvel as it stands. But I'm not. I can't say that I'm. Whoa! I can't wait for this. No, it's like really. The stuff that I'm excited for isn't for her. It's for who she's involved with. So Bruce Banner, the Abomination, and as we saw in the latest trailer, Daredevil. And Daredevil, I
Yes.
think, is a far more interesting character.
Oh, so yeah, Daredevil. The Netflix Daredevil show is fantastic, but
Yes,
he's coming back. He's
yes,
coming back to do another lengthy series, I believe. Is
yeah, 18 episodes.
how many?
Um, 18.
18. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That
Yeah,
and excellent. And apparently the dude
yeah.
that played Kingpin is coming back too, who's a fantastic actor.
He was in the Hawkeye show as well.
Okay, I
Um,
didn't watch Hawkeye either.
yeah, I did, but it's yeah, I look at that.
I'm
And
gonna
then
I'm gonna say I'm really bad, and I've not watched a lot of these Marvel TV shows. I haven't watched Loki.
yeah,
I haven't watched Hawkeye. I haven't watched the What Ifs. I haven't watched what are the other ones that are out now?
there's WandaVision, which I think you
Eh,
needed to see.
I
Uh,
watched that.
yeah, Falcon and the Winter Soldier,
I didn't watch that.
and
Apparently that was excellent too.
and there's Moon Knight
I haven't watched Moon Knight, and apparently that's really good too.
and the Ms. Marvel.
Miss Marvel, and I want to watch Miss Marvel. Here's the thing with me, I I love those shows that are controversial. And Miss
Hmm.
Marvel, of course, you're going to get a Muslim female lead, and that's going to just tick off all of the people, and it has. And I want to
Yes,
watch it because of that. And
right.
I want to say how good it is, and I know I'm going to like it. I love stuff that goes against the typical grain. This is this. This is this. I love it. I want to soak it in. And Miss Marvel is one of the ones I want to see. And James may be right. There may be too much Marvel stuff. On my point of view, though, and for some people, I'm sure that is same with Star Wars. There's too much Star Wars stuff, but I'm such a Star Wars nerd, and I'm sure, like with you being a Marvel nerd, you want as much as possible, but you may be different. I want tons of Star Wars stuff, and I'm going to soak it all in. I've not watched the Lego stuff. I've only seen a couple Lego things. I think that's the only one, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
yeah, I love it. All right,
But
keep
yeah,
going. Oh, go ahead.
I'd say that I'd say that like there is a lot of Marvel stuff. The only thing that I want is just for them to slow it down a little bit, but that's the only thing.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Other than that, all power to them. But yeah, so after the She-Hulk show in November this year, there's the Black Panther film.
Okay,
Um, yeah, Black Panga,
that's all right.
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. So
All right,
that's
are
yeah.
you excited for that?
Now I am, yes.
Oh, because of the trailer?
Yes, because I honestly don't think I'd be as interested if they just recasted someone. I think having the curveball of look, the actor's actually died.
Yep.
I think that's opened things up to sort of have them change things, but possibly for the better.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
Shia Lee. Hold
I
on.
can't say that the first one was too interesting to me. If I'm
Okay,
honest.
Shia Lee sounds like she is a Fast and Furious fan. My son is a Fast and Furious fan. I dislike those movies so much. I really do. They're such a snooze fest, especially the last one. All right, keep going. How much more? We got tons of stuff. All right, let her fly.
Yeah, I'll
Bam.
stick to the films.
Okay. No, you can
Because
do TV
there's a lot
shows
of
too. That's fine.
sure. There's in 2023. There's Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So that's Ant-Man 3.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Was it Paul Rudd plays Ant Man, right?
yes,
I
yeah.
love that dude. He's funny, but his deliveries are awesome. His acting's really good. It's my dad's favorite. Oh no,
Yeah.
yeah, it's my kid's favorite too. Yeah, Paul Rudd, Ant Man 3. I didn't know that was coming out next year. That's exciting.
Then there's a show called Secret Invasion. that's happening, and I believe that involves Nick Fury playing as Samuel Jackson, uh, with like scrolls and stuff like that. So stuff from the Captain Marvel film, pretty much.
Okay, so Isaiah mentioned there is, and maybe it's a Secret Invasion, the series where it's just hundreds of Marvel characters are fighting against each other. Is that Secret Invasion?
No, I think maybe he's thinking of Civil War in the
Nope.
comic.
No, it's something else that's coming up in the future.
Okay.
I'll have to ask him.
Well, there is like there is something later on called Secret Wars.
That's it. Sorry,
instead
Secret
of
Wars.
right,
Okay.
right, yeah. But this one's Invasion, and it's a show instead of
Okay.
yeah. Then
It's about time Samuel Jackson comes back into these movies as Nick Fury.
Yes.
He should have been in every one of them.
Yeah, well, he was in a lot of them, to be honest.
Yeah, but he wasn't in all of them. Is what I'm saying. There's some ones that he should have been in. But anyways, go ahead. Keep
going. Well, last time he was in space, so we find out what will happen about that. Speaking of space, Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Okay. Guardians of the Galaxy 1 is my favorite. Pretty much out of all of them. Except for what was that last one that had come out with the dude from my province, actually from my city, the Chinese one.
What, the Mantis?
No, we just saw the movie.
No.
All right.
Oh, Shang-Chi.
Yeah, Shang-Chi. Okay, that dude there, the main actor, is from my city.
Is he?
Yes.
Wow.
He is from my city. All right, so I don't know him. I think we're the same age. I'm not 100% sure. But he's phenomenal anyways. I love his acting. I love that movie too, by the way. But Guardians of the Galaxy would be my favorite, if not second favorite, out of all of these movies that Marvel's put out. And part 2, I didn't like. I thought it was kind of boring. But
I loved that. I loved part 2.
Part 2, really?
Yeah.
Oh, the whole Star-Lord daddy thing?
Yeah, I thought that was great.
Really?
Arguably the first.
Huh.
Arguably.
Better than the first?
I'm not. My decision changes on that every few days.
I was about to end this.
Oh dear.
No, it's all good. I'm excited for part 3. I love the cast. Apparently, part 3 is going to focus on Rocket Raccoon. Is it? His backstory.
That was maybe. I mean, that was mainly the second one, focusing on Rocket.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Well, in a way, yeah. Like he was sort of the other side of the plot. I'd say this one is more finding Gamora and a thing called Adam Warlock.
Huh. All right. Cool. All right, keep going. I'm going to keep interrupting you, by the way, because I do love these movies. I really do.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a show called Echo that's going to happen. It's going to be slightly based off the Hawkeye show, because there's a character in the Hawkeye show called Echo.
Oh.
So I think it follows her. I'm not interested in that.
All right, so is Echo his daughter? Like, because they were hinting around. I haven't seen the show for Hawkeye, but they were hinting around his daughter's good at bow and arrowing, archery.
No, that wasn't his daughter. That was someone. The person who was good at bow and arrowing wasn't his daughter. It was someone called Kate Bishop.
I'm glad you said bow and arrowing too, because I wanted to say it for poops and giggles. All right, keep going.
But yeah, Echo's a completely different character.
Okay.
She's like I guess like an assassin, but she's deaf. Hence Echo.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Then next is Loki season 2, which is the only show thus far receiving a second season.
People loved it. People said
yes.
Loki 1 was great, so I may give it a watch. There's just so much to watch.
I think with the stuff that happens in it, even I don't think you're going to like it too much, if I'm honest.
Okay.
But I think certain things that happen in it are relevant to bigger stuff that's going to show up.
Ooh, alrighty.
The next film is The Marvels, which is essentially Captain Marvel 2. I don't know what's going to happen in that.
Okay.
I wasn't a fan of the first one.
This is all right. We need to get into this right now because Isaiah didn't like Captain Marvel 2. I loved Captain Marvel 1. It was the 80s. I'm an old man. I thought it was really freaking awesome. What didn't you like about Captain Marvel?
Brie Larson.
Okay, hold on. Are you saying, did you like it when you seen the movie? Like, did you see it when it came out?
Yeah, I saw it when it came out.
So, did you like it when it come out? And then after all the Brie Larson nonsense, did you not like it?
No, I just never liked it. Like,
Okay.
not really, because it's just it's kind of like it's the demeanor of the character, and I know it's like that's what the character is, but it's just I don't find the character likable. I think, and I think that there's no like when it comes to gaining powers and stuff in like a superhero film, it has to be like earned or like made or something like that, not just hey you're super powerful, nothing can stop you.
Yeah, but Spider-Man.
He's not all powerful. Like that's the thing. Captain Marvel, she literally like throws a missile at other missiles. She flies through the big bad ship and blows it up. Like she is impervious to virtually anything, and it's like and that's why I don't like Superman because he's boring.
Superman is like my favorite DC character of all time.
He's
I love
boring.
Superman. No way. I love Superman. Well, I thought Captain Marvel was awesome. I like the character. Brie Larson as a person, I really don't know. I hate Super. Oh, Shia Lee, you're killing me. I'm all about it. Captain Marvel. All right, so I didn't realize the Marvels, whatever, was part 2. Okay, he's so boring. I agree. Oh, we need Shia Lee on here. And you two can come against me because I'll bring it, especially for Superman. Henry Cavill, amazing Superman. I hope he comes back. Anyways, go ahead.
Next is a show called Ironheart, which I believe follows Tony Stark's daughter.
Yes. Okay. I seen a picture where it shows Iron Man or something, and a picture of her or something like that, like the girl with something. I don't know. I did see a little something about that. So that's cool.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, so I believe it follows her. I'm not quite sure what shenanigans they get into, but we'll see.
Rando question: should they have killed off Iron Man, the dude there who plays him, Robert Downey Jr.? Should they have killed him off in the series?
Well, they killed him off in the films.
Right? Should they have done that? Is my question.
Yes.
Yes. Why?
Because he had done his part. Like he did. He's the one who took down Thanos. Like he's what if he survived? What more could his character have done?
Could have helped train the others, help get their suits, and help train.
Nah, what he's done. Like it was all leading up to this, and now that he's accomplished it, I think that's
okay.
It's totally okay that he died.
I don't want any of them to die. That's my thing.
No, of course not.
All right, keep going.
There's a Blade film in 2023.
Yes.
So that's going to be like rebooted.
That's for me because it has that horror element.
Yes. I've seen the original Blade trilogy.
And?
It's
first one was good.
They're pretty good. They're pretty fun.
You got to realize Wesley Snipes was huge in the 80s.
Oh yes. But yeah, it's they have a particular charm to them, and I think once you discover that, you can enjoy them.
All right.
Next is Agatha, Coven of Chaos, which follows a character from WandaVision, Agatha Harkness, who was the evil witch, as it were, and we follow her. I literally know very little about that.
All right.
Then Then we've got Daredevil, Born Again, which we
Yeah.
briefly talked about. 18 episodes.
Born
Gonna be
Again.
good stuff.
Why?
Yeah, but yeah, that's well because I imagine that it's because the original show was cancelled.
I know, but
So
he didn't die in the original show, right? Or nor did he
no,
die in the what's that group when they did with Jessica Jones and
offenders.
yes, he didn't die in that either. All right, no,
No,
whatever. It is what it is. Keep going.
maybe it's a bit on the nose, but
Yeah, I don't know.
then there's Captain America 4, which is called New World Order.
Yep. Ooh. Do you think we're gonna have the main bad dude that's with Captain America? What's his name? Oh crap, the green dude.
Red Skull.
Yeah, Red Skull or who's the other guy? Doctor Doom. It's
Red Skull, no, because last time we saw him, he was on Vormir with the Soul Stone, and I don't see there's a reason for him to return.
yeah, and Doctor
And
Doom's Fantastic Four, right?
yeah, Doctor Doom's Fantastic Four.
All right.
So I don't see him showing up there.
Yeah, I don't think so either. All right.
Next is a film called Thunderbolts, which I know this is something that I know the least about, because it seems like it follows the like William Hurt's character Thunderbolt Ross.
Nope.
No. Well, he turns into the Red Hulk. So it's like we've got the Hulk, which is green.
Yep.
He turns into a version of it called the Red Hulk, and I believe that that's what it's going to be about. But I don't know how they're going to do it, considering that the actor William Hurt has passed.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. Then in 2024 is Fantastic Four.
Yes.
I'm interested to see what they do with that.
I need to know who they're casting.
Well, if they have John Krasinski, then I'm happy with that.
Reed Richards, yes.
If they have someone else, then that's fine. I'm sure they'll do a great job.
Yeah.
But I think seeing John Krasinski, I think in Multiverse of Madness, I think that was really good as well.
Yep.
Yes. And then the last two things are Avengers films, but in 2025, so quite a ways away.
Yep.
Which is, the first one is the Kang Dynasty, and briefly in the Loki show, we see a character called Kang the Conqueror.
Yep. It's just a little dude, right? Is he?
He's not little.
Hold on here. All right, keep going.
But yeah, he's
different guy. Yeah.
He's going to be the I guess the next big threat.
Super villain, yeah.
And rightfully so. I think he's an odd casting, but I can't say that I know too much about the character either.
Yeah, I'm seeing who they're. I see it. Yeah, I'm seeing who they chose. So, Kang the Conqueror showed up in the Fantastic Four in 1963, then the Avengers in 1964. So.
Yeah, so with that coming after Fantastic Four, maybe that's what brings them all together. Who knows? A lot can change. But really I think that's.
Why do I know this guy? Where did I know? Jonathan Majors is his name?
I believe so.
Yeah. Where do I know him from though? I've seen him in a bunch of stuff.
And then the next Avengers film is called Secret Wars, which is what we talked about.
Yeah, what we just talked
briefly.
About. That's cool.
And that's pretty much everything running up.
Wow.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, San Diego Comic-Con would be amazing to go to. That would be just freaking brilliant to go see and to see. What's that? Brilliant. It would be awesome to go hang out there, and that's a lot of Marvel news. And so we chose Marvel news today because there was tons of Marvel news. There's also there was some Star Wars news as well. We got some stuff coming out over the next even 2 months, August and September. There's Bad Batch Season 2 is coming out, and there's a new Lego TV show that's coming out, and there's something else which I was reading up on, so that's kind of cool. And that is it for the news. Is there any other news that you want to talk about?
No, I'm good.
All right, cool. So this is our very first episode, everybody, and so we're just doing it. We're just doing it, and then we're gonna tweak it as we go along. It's gonna grow. It's gonna get better. We'll hone in on things that we really want to focus on. Because I want to have like the Star Wars minute, the Marvel minute. We got to do horror news, of course. We got to have some of that. And all I have really is a new trailer that we'll talk about before. So, you know what? This could be spoiler-y, even though it's still in the theaters, right? Thor, Love and Thunder. It's still in the theaters.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So Lee and I went to see this, not together, because he's in the UK and I'm in Canada. And so we're going to talk a little bit about Thor, Love and Thunder. We were going to do the podcast a couple weeks ago when we both seen it. It was fresh in our mind, and then I just didn't let it happen. So, and then Friday night or 2 nights ago I seen Nope. I will do spoiler-free talk about that. And then we're going to talk about our main topic, which is Jaws, yeah. And Lee watched it for the first time this week. I love it. I love that this young man here is going to see movies that I watched when I was a little kid. And Jaws came out in 1975. That's the year I was born. So obviously it was the greatest year of all time with this movie and then the arrival of me. But here we are, Thor, Love and Thunder. I want to say that it was all right. I honestly didn't enjoy Thor, Love, and Thunder. The comedy was there. It had some funny stuff. I just want to say I'm going to say some things that were spoilery. All right, spoilery. Just as a heads up, I'm gonna give you guys like at least 20-30 seconds of warning to let you know, just so I can account for the delay on Twitch and YouTube, because we're streaming on both. Spoileries, we're not going to spoil everything about the whole movie, but we're going to talk about some things that especially that I didn't like, and one was the arrival of so Thor. Then who was it? Zeus. It was Zeus, right? I hated Zeus. I hated Zeus in this movie. Hated Zeus. Why was Zeus a ballerina? Lee, why did they turn Zeus into a ballerina? Why? Why? Like, it's almighty Zeus. And he's... that's all I can liken it to, is why is Zeus ballerina? I hated that. Who played his character?
Russell Crowe.
So Russell Crowe, I like Russell Crowe overall, okay? He was in a road rage movie that I watched not too long ago. I think it was last year he had one come out. And it was called... Oh, he's got a crap load of stuff coming out. Wow. Unhinged. If you've not watched Unhinged, please watch Unhinged. It is an amazing performance by Russell Crowe. It is a road rage movie over a girl just not apologizing to him. And I get it. I get it. Just laying on the horn on him, too, because he wasn't moving fast enough. And all of a sudden, it's like, you MRFer. You just beeped at the wrong person. And he tells the girl, you know what, let's start fresh. Let's start fresh. We'll do. And I think she tells him to F off, and that's it. It's over. But
that sounds vaguely familiar.
yeah, like almost everybody on the road is what it sounds like, Lee. I don't know how much you're driving, you do, but that seems to be it. Like, beep, will you beep at me? Russell Crowe as Zeus, I don't know how he signed off on that and thought, you know what, I would like to become a ballerina, and I think this would be super fun. Give me your take on that scene or that character.
I can't say that it was the best part of the film. It was there. Parts of it were funny, but I'd say it was more about the other gods instead of Zeus. Like, I think it was sort of a case like, well, like the gods have become like extremely sort of arrogant and lazy, that they sort of like, they're just messing around. They're not doing anything. and when they see an actual threat, it's like, well, it's like we're just not going to do anything about it, and I think that's what that was about,
Hated it.
and I think, and I think if we see him again, which we
We
might,
will.
because in the credit scene it was shown that he was still alive
Right.
and he wasn't killed by Thor earlier in the film.
He
He
should be.
sends his little boy Hercules to go and smack Thor, and
So
it's like, well, we'll see how that plays out.
I don't want Thor versus Hercules for the next movie. I don't want oh, look at that one. That's a good one. Okay. Only Putin didn't find girl with us. All right, Naked HD. Thank you so much, Naked HD. Yeah, I didn't that's funny. I don't want Hercules versus Thor. I want a Marvel movie, the God of Thunder, whatever. I want him to team up with other people or save the world, like he did in this one. That's what I want. I want him to save the universe. I don't want him to have a little girly fight against Hercules, and then just have a bunch of God stuff. I guess I don't care overall about that sort of mythology, if you will.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like, I guess really it's like, well, there's, to be honest, I thought Thor was going to die in this one.
Really?
Yes, because he's the first character to be given a fourth solo film. Everyone else has had less than.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sort of thinking, well, you know, after this one, what are they going to do with the character? Like, like what's his what's his next arc gonna be? And it's like as a character, and so I thought this one he was gonna die. Like, thought Gore the God Butcher
Which
was gonna be butchering Thor.
that was
That,
that was good. Christian Bale did amazing.
oh yeah,
I thought the storyline was good, and I didn't even know it was Christian Bale for a bit. Like you would not think that was Christian Bale as
yeah,
the butcher or whatever. That it was so good. I enjoyed the story, and you know what? The ending, I didn't mind the ending. I thought overall how it ended and why it went about the way it did. I thought, all right, you know what? I get it. I
yeah,
accept that.
yeah. I mean, for me, I'd say that there's like one big issue glaring at me, like throughout the film, and I can't ignore it,
What is
and
it?
I wish I could. It's Mjolnir, the
Okay,
Thor's hammer. That's my problem.
it was
And
comedy, is what it was. Thor's hammer was comedy.
no, 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 no. I thought the comedy aspect that was great.
Sure.
I enjoyed that. My problem um, is that there's two major parts in the film where because Stormbreaker was the plot device,
Yep.
where it could use the Bifrost and nothing else could do that, and that was and that was needed. Um, but then it's like there are two instances where Thor could have used his original hammer instead of Stormbreaker, and everything would have played out fine instead of the way that it did. If that
Yep.
makes sense. Like I'm trying not to spoil it, that kind of
Sure.
stuff. But it's like, say, there's one part of the film where Christian Bale's character Gore, he's goading Thor into summoning Stormbreaker because that's needed.
Yes.
And he was like, summon the axe, and he's like, and he eventually does summon it, but it's like, well, why don't you just summon the hammer instead? That kind of stuff that would have had a similar effect, just without the risk.
Could it be because they made the way they made the movie that Mjolnir was tied to something else?
Yeah, but we saw him pick it up.
Yeah.
Um,
But then they made
and
Stormbreaker jealous or whatever.
I suppose, but it's like
I
if
I
they just
know.
gave if they just gave one sentence saying, "Oh, it's not responding to me," or something like that, like, or like, it's only going to respond to you, like that kind of like,
Right.
then I'd be fine with that.
Hmm.
But it's the fact that they didn't give a reason, and there's two major parts of the film where he could have used it.
Yep. So, what's your overall thought on
And
the movie Thor?
I, I thought it was fun. I went with a friend. He wasn't a big fan of it, even though he likes Thor. But I really enjoyed it. I thought maybe they leaned onto the comedy a bit too much. Um,
Tons.
but because they thought, hey, well, Thor Ragnarok worked and that was comedic, let's dial it up to 11. And it's like, I think if you switch your brain off, it's fun. And
So
it's very self-contained.
that's what
So
I do for pretty much every movies. I switch my brain off. I really do. I want to be entertained, and that's it. I don't go in analyzing. There's only out of all the movies that I've seen, and I've seen so many, even in the theater. I hated one movie, and surprisingly, it was with Russell Crowe, and that was Noah. I
oh, that's
hated, I hated that movie. That was one of the dumbest movies of all time. The fallen angel rock monsters with the terrible CG. The story was stupid. The everything, and back then I think I was a churchgoer at that, or I was just getting kicked out at that time. So still the religious stuff was fresh in my mind. But I hated that movie. But I went in just to be entertained, and it was zero entertaining. It was almost Clash of the Titans way back in the 70s CG with the fallen angel rock monsters. It was so dumb. But
yeah.
but yeah, Thor. I don't know. I liked it and I didn't. I enjoyed some of the comedy and I didn't. I love seeing the Guardians at the very beginning. I thought that was great. And I thought that was so funny with your friend, like that little comedy bit there with your friends, and always be with your friends or something. And he's leaning over to the side to look at his buddies. I thought that was, there were some
Yeah.
really good funny parts in it. I seen it with a full house. Of course, a movie theater makes it better when you're with a full house and stuff. So yeah. So should we do like a rating system?
Um, if you want, yeah.
Yeah, I would give it a 5 out of 10 then for me.
Sure.
Thor, Love and Thunder is a 5 out of 10 for me.
Are we doing 0.5s or?
Yeah, we can if you want. It's up to you, dude. It's your
6.5.
6.5. Okay. What didn't you like about Thor, Love and Thunder?
I wasn't great fan of Zeus like you,
Yep.
and I thought the plot device of Mjolnir not being either explained or used, I think that was an issue. When Thor could have, and those are really my only gripes about it. Perhaps the humor was a bit too much. But yeah, I think him potentially fighting Hercules next time, I think that's fine, because the thing
Okay.
is that Thor is so powerful that like he can only really fight super powerful beings. So like
Yeah.
like another god.
Yeah, I suppose. Eh.
Um
What'd you think
yeah.
about the God kids towards the end?
Um they didn't like I thought that was a bit ridiculous.
Okay.
But and it was like, well, they weren't featured that much, and then when they were essentially out of danger, Thor like sort of got them out of there,
Yeah.
and I was happy with that.
All right. All right.
I
Cool.
thought they were fine. They didn't overstay, and yeah, they were a bit. I had a couple of laughs about them.
All right. So to avoid spoilers, were you shocked at the first credit scene on shoot, how can I say it without even spoiling this a little bit? Because it is a huge spoiler to the plot, and we've kind of avoided the entire scene. But the arrival at Valhalla.
Oh yes. I mean, I think they're expanding the aspect, like the view range, because in Marvel there's many depictions of like an afterlife.
Yep.
One of them was in the Moonlight show, and I think it's interesting to see those depictions. I
Yep.
think I'd be happy if any of them was kept a mystery. I'd be happy if that mystery was exclusively for Valhalla. But they've shown it. It's not bad. It could have been a lot worse.
So that
Um,
storyline's complete then, right? Or do you think they're going to do something with that, triggering that aspect of the next one?
um,
Now that I think about it, they probably could, eh?
as long as they don't bring people back from it,
Well, that's what I mean.
because
Like they probably could now.
yeah, but then it's like then
Right.
death isn't a consequence anymore. It's
Which
like
I know you don't like. You don't
it's
like that.
yeah, it's like well, if anyone can die and then they can just be brought back, like what's the point? There's the the closest thing I think we should have to that is the snap, where people can just be brought back with the snap, because like that's that makes sense to me.
Okay.
But saying like, hey, there's this mystical land that you go to called Valhalla,
Yep.
and that you only go there if you die in battle, and then we're just going to bring you back from it. It's like, nah, I'm not
Okay.
happy with that.
All
If they
right.
do that,
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I almost wonder, just because of who the character is and the popularity, I wonder if they're just going to somehow make it so they can pull those people in and channel those people. So we'll see. We'll see. Episode 1 here, July 31st, 2022. We'll see what they do for that. And it'd be cool when they do Thor 5. We need to do predictions on upcoming movies as well, what we think, like the
sure,
new
sure.
Thor. I think that'd be kind of cool. All right, let's move on to Nope. Are you going to see Nope?
Um, a friend of mine is, so I will. I would
Okay.
not see it alone
Oh, how come?
because I don't like horror films.
It's not a horror movie. It's not a
Yeah,
horror movie.
yeah, but you say that.
It's not scary. It's not even a thriller. It comes off as scary and thriller in the trailer. It is not even a little bit. And I know I've been majorly desensitized, but I can tell you the scariest thing about seeing Nope is the trailers.
Okay.
There is a trailer called Pray for the Devil, and there's another trailer. I forget the name of it, but once this girl is, I'm gonna do a terrible job explaining the trailer. The trailer is this girl kind of booked a B&B, Airbnb, but there's already somebody there, and this guy invites her in. He's like, all right, you take the bedroom, I'll sleep out on the couch, and for some odd reason she's like, okay, because that's what strangers do, is they just meet up in randomly at an Airbnb and like, I'll sleep in a bedroom, I don't know you. And somehow there is this giant pit, whatever, that seems to be where this whatever takes these people and does things to them, and so it just goes from there. But it's like the creator of The Grudge and the Scream and a couple other super horror movies like that. He created this movie, or they created this movie, and so I forget the name of it. But Pray for the Devil, that trailer is nasty. I'm telling you right now. And like out of all the horror movies growing up, the only ones I didn't like were the spiritual demon possession, the devil talking to you, all of that stuff. That messed me up, and it always did. The movie that messed me up as a little kid is called Amityville Horror 2. And the son was possessed, and like he wanted to do things to his sister sexually, and it was weird. And I don't know when that one came out, but I seen it. Amityville. One sec. Because Horror 2, that was released back in 1982. I would have been 7 years old in 1982. And when it came out on VHS, it was probably a year later, probably a little sooner. So I would have been 7 or 8 watching Amityville Horror 2. and it wrecked me. I thought this was super scary. I watched it again recently, and I'm like, all right, this is nonsense. But I didn't like it, and it scared me. And Pray for the Devil has like demon possessed kids and demon possessed people, and it's intense. And even Isaiah, my oldest kid, who I went with, and Cameron, of course, Isaiah was just like, I don't want to see this. He goes, I'll go see it if I have to. He goes, I don't want to see this at all. I'm telling you, Lee, the trailers are scary, but the movie's not. There's one scene where it shows kind of like a skeletal sort of woman. Is that the trailer that you've seen? Okay, nothing. You will know who that is in the show. I'm telling you now, it's not a horror, it's not scary, it's not a thriller.
Okay.
Yeah, that's basically how it is.
Cool.
And so I highly recommend. I would say I like the movie. It was cool. I love the what the movie's about. I love it. I love that stuff. What do you have any inkling about how the movie is or what it's about or anything like that?
No. What I've heard is that it's of a similar style to Get Out and Us.
No.
But whether it's like whether it's just directed by the same person or whether they're connected.
Yeah, just directed by the same person or whoever.
Okay.
Jordan Peele. That's it. Who's amazing.
Right.
I love his movies. It's 3 of them now.
I haven't seen the other ones. So like the Get Out and Us, I haven't seen those.
Okay. Us is phenomenal. Us, I don't know if you'll appreciate as much as I would, since it is based on something from the 80s of real life events. But I highly recommend it. Look at, good job blocking that yawn there too. I saw it. That was awesome, man.
But it's not blocked if you point it out.
I was watching the face. I was like, that's the same face I make when I'm yawning or trying to hide it. All right, good. All right, Nope. When are you going to see it? Because we'll talk about it the next, we'll mention it.
Well, I believe it's not released in the UK until the 12th of August.
Sucks. All right.
Yeah. So it's still a bit of ways away. I don't know why it's such a difference between, because it's not normally.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't think I'll see it like immediately when it comes out.
Yep.
It'll just be when I can with my friend.
Okay. So
we have different schedules.
I'm gonna say the acting's on point. I love the actors that are phenomenal. Kiki's amazing in it. She's phenomenal. I love her acting anyways, but she is outstanding in this. Has Steven Yeun, who played Glenn off The Walking Dead. And then the main character, I love this guy anyways. He's fantastic. And then there's another dude who works in kind of like a Best Buy sort of shop who's awesome. And overall, the characters are great. The storyline is excellent. I would have loved... Now, I went into my head thinking this was going to be more scary, more intensity, and it really wasn't. Isaac, my 12-year-old could have watched this and not be scared. So,
okay.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. There's something I want to mention, but I'm not going to, because I want you to experience that part yourself. And even Isaiah came out of there saying, I wanted to know more about that section. But
okay,
we'll leave it. All right, cool. All right. So what I want to do next week, what we'll do is we'll get some movie trailers, and we'll start... maybe we'll start doing some movie trailers as well. We could show them in the corner or something like that. If you guys have not seen the Pray for the Devil, 22. Oh, what? Oh, yes. Oh, the new trailer for Halloween had come out too, which I thought was amazing. I cannot wait to watch. Have you watched any of those?
No.
Oh, all right. What is this? Whoa, no. I did Pray for the Devil. I'll have to get these links prior. What? Pray for the Devil trailer number 1, 2022. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Let's
descend into the mouth of hell.
It's crazy. So yeah, that's it right here. This is called Pray for the Devil. I think this is a remake, to be honest. I'm gonna throw it in chat after all of the porn stuff that person's trying to promote. That's like their third account they brought in here. That's the link right there. I know nobody's here watching, but it's okay. I highly recommend watching this trailer. Lee, I highly recommend you watching that trailer because it is
Sure.
good,
Sure.
and I want to know your thoughts on watching the trailer. Do you have it up now?
I've opened the link, but I haven't started watching it yet.
You should start watching it, and we'll watch your reaction, your
Okay.
live reaction. It's so good. I think it's great. That's another thing we could do is we could watch a movie live and just chat while we're watching it.
Yeah, yeah. We just probably couldn't show like the actual film
Yeah,
because then that would
exactly.
be
Or the
illegal.
audio. We can't show the audio.
Yeah, because I know of a channel that does reactions, and they have like a timer at the bottom so that you can like
Right.
um sync it up,
Yep.
and it's like you're watching it with other people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's really cool. I used to do movie trailers. Maybe I should get back into doing that. Reaction to live movie trailers. And pray for
Well,
the
we did do
devil.
The Last Jedi.
Yes, we did. Last Jedi. You know what's weird is I loved it in the theater. It's all because I watched it a second time and realized how bad it was. Are you still on the trailer?
Yeah,
You look scared right now.
I don't like it.
No, you have this like, oh my gosh, sort of look. Oh, it only gets juicier. How much time you got left?
I don't want kids.
Oh, it's James. Watch that trailer if you haven't, dude. James, you need to join us for one. We'll throw a shout out on Discord. Whoever wants to join us, let us know, and then we'll give them the movie to watch. But that's the only stipulation is just that movie, and we're almost done. We're going to talk about Jaws here in a sec. Yeah, I watch all these movies. Yeah. Lee has a look of disgust on his face. Oh, it's so good. I'll tell you right now, that movie is going to be great. When does it come out
Oh,
again?
great.
I am a huge horror fan, and I love October 28th. There's like 3 horror movies coming out in October that I have to see. Oh, and that means I get to choose a horror movie, Lee, when it's my week in October, and you get to watch it. I love the disgust on your face. This is incredible. All right, for those that are just popping
Yeah,
in, Lee just watched the trailer for Pray for the Devil, the new movie Pray for the Devil. That's going to be messed up, and it's just going to be loud and jump scary. And I can't wait to see Lee watch one of these movies. The Conjuring is super
I'll
good.
watch it during the day.
That's fine. That's fine because it's nighttime in the theater. That's all I know. It's dark and scary. The Conjuring, Annabelle series, The Nun that was out, all of that stuff. I love horror movies, and so this is going to be good. I'm so happy to be doing this movie podcast, and I love the fact that we're doing this together now after a year and probably a half or something in the works of chatting about it. And we're just like, all right, let's just do it. And even now, we're still not ready to go fully, but this has been fun. Let's go to the main focus. Our main movie this week is Jaws, the 1975 Steven Spielberg classic, which is my favorite movie of all time. When it comes down to all the movies I've seen and loved and watched and adored, Jaws, for some odd reason, just tickles my fancy. Another fake yawn right there. Steven Spielberg wasn't the original director, which I thought. The scene where he's like, we're gonna need a bigger boat. That was ad-libbed, which I thought was really cool. That wasn't even, and that's an iconic moment that's said through different movies, and people say it all the time. And so Lee just watched it for the first time this week. We're gonna get into this discussion, and Lee, here we are, 40 years later, pretty much, 75, yeah, 40 years later. More than that, 45 years later. What are your thoughts on the 1975 classic that won 3 Oscars? What are your thoughts on Jaws 5? Break it down for me.
I thought it was excellent.
Oh, okay. What did you like? Tell me.
I thought going into it, I thought it's a film that's over 2 hours, and
Okay.
and it's that it is like how are they gonna stretch this out? Like, what are they gonna do? Because it's in a way it's a like, because I knew the concept beforehand that it was big shark. They were gonna try and stop the big shark with a boat. Turns out they needed a bigger boat. That kind of stuff. But I was thinking, well, how can you make that 2 hours? Like, and they managed to do it, and um, it did not feel like it dragged on. It did not feel like that. Every scene had a purpose,
Yep.
and it was not wasted. And I thought it was done really well. Like going into it, I thought it's a bit dated, but it still worked. Like it was still it was still like quite raw and like it was really the only thing that I'd say is that maybe the soundtrack was lacking, but I suppose that was to make way for to put more emphasis on John Williams' Durden.
Oh yeah.
Durden.
You can't have a soundtrack in that movie.
But yeah. So outside of that, there wasn't really a soundtrack.
Yep.
Other than the actual Jaws theme, and I think maybe the lack of soundtrack was to put emphasis on that one, and I think that was really good.
Yeah.
The three main characters, I thought they complemented each other well. I did not think that I did not think that it was going to turn out how it did. I thought like, oh, we're going to need a bigger boat. They then head back, get a bigger boat, and then go back out and kill it. No, they're literally out there the whole time, and things go very wrong. But I guess overall, I really enjoyed it. They put a lot of character work into this, and it's like, and you could clearly see like each character's motivation and how they conflicted with each other's. But overall, they got along, and I thought it was really good.
Yeah. Yeah. So the funny thing with me with this movie is, I guess as a maritimer, I can relate to a lot of the stuff because the way the people are, the fisheries, the fishermen and stuff like that. It almost seems like I have a town that I can drive probably 45 minutes to called St. Andrews, a beautiful, gorgeous fishing town. And this is what it reminded me of. It's just a small little town. A lot of people flock there. They go to a big hotel called the Algonquin. There's the Huntsman Marina that's there. And there's whale watching. There's big sea fishing, all of that stuff. And it's all there. And that town, Amityville, or the Amity Island, it reminds you. And even though it was filmed off of Massachusetts, which is funny, but it's supposed to be in like the whole New York State area. But as for the actors are perfect. Roy Schneider's amazing. Yeah. Robert Shaw is Quint, that old gruffy, true hardcore sailor. That was an amazing. Oh my gosh, the acting is so good. Richard Dreyfuss.
I wasn't expecting him to die, if I'm honest.
Really?
I wasn't. I thought like when the shark showed up and he was when he went down, I thought like, I don't know, maybe he was going to lose a leg. Nah, just completely took him.
Yeah, this way for your din-din. Absolutely. The bigger boat scene. Okay, so I want to go through, but my mind is jumping on all the amazing scenes that's in Jaws. So we start off. We've got the young girl. They're drunk, whatever, and she runs to do some skinny dipping with the dude. She gets out in the water. She did phenomenal of acting like she was getting eaten. I thought that part was intense. It was scary. It was back in the day, as James said. It's a bit tame now, but back in the 70s, I bet it was terrifying. The problem is, Lee, if you ever go swimming, you're going to think of Bruce. 100%. And that's what they named the robot shark, was Bruce. This is where all this Bruce comes back, being named as a shark.
I thought it was all Finding Nemo.
No,
because
they stole that from Jaws.
Bruce.
Yeah, they stole that from Jaws. And so the
Okay.
big mechanical robot that was the shark in Jaws, they nicknamed him Bruce, and that's why all of the shark stuff is Bruce. Even in the movie
Right.
or the game Raft, Bruce was here, and that it's all referring to the shark. And so,
Right.
yeah,
I always thought it was Finding Nemo
Jaws
because
changed.
the character literally was called Bruce.
Yeah, because he was a giant shark. But
Mm.
Jaws changed the culture. They changed everybody. You will
Yeah.
not be able to go swimming now and not go dun, 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 you won't be able to do it. You'll pretend you're a shark. You'll every time you go in the water, you'll think of there's a massive shark. There's Jaws. And it's something that you have to kind of get your mind past, even though, like, oh, I know sharks aren't in a lake, but are they? And it's just, it messes with you. And that's how brilliant that was. And one of the ways they did it, it was all from point of view. There was supposed to be a whole lot more shark scenes, as in Bruce being out of the water or like seeing him. But
Mm.
they had such a hard time with the robot or the mechanical shark. They were like, you know what? Let's shark. Oh my gosh, I'm not even going to entertain that, James. The fact that in fact, I'm deleting that comment. Hold on here. Let's remove that.
Let's see what it says.
Yeah, I'm gonna delete it. Rudy, right
I
there. I
haven't
can't
even seen
delete message.
Sharknado.
Boom! I just deleted it. So, so it starts off with them. The shark gets eaten. The acting's incredible.
Yeah.
You see when they finally come across the beach. You've got was it Sheriff Brody comes upon the scene
Mm.
where she's all dead and all that stuff, and then to kind of save money for the town because it's a tourist town in the summer and they make their millions just in those 3 months or whatever of summer. Um, that's what was. I think that driving force of the mayor's like, hey, I'm going to be the worst mayor of all time if I shut down the tourist season here, and he had to make that decision. And you know what's weird is when I was finishing up this morning, is I didn't realize that the mayor said his kids were on the beach as well. They were in the water.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's what was the main shocking, not the fact that the coach got eaten, that Brody's kid was in shock and almost drowned.
Mm.
It was just so good. I liked when after they reopened the beach and all the thousands of people were there, and then they had the kids pretend to be the shark, and then
Mm.
just down the way a little bit in the little swimming area, all you hear is shark, shark, and he's like, oh, what now? And then his wife says, hey, our son is there. And then you see him, he's like, oh no, and he's running, there's a big shark. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
And the Richard Dreyfuss stuff. Now, when they found Ben, I think his name was Ben Gardner, when they found his boat and his dead head got stuck out, did that give you a massive jump scare?
It did a little bit, yeah. Like,
Scene,
I wasn't expecting that.
no, that scene just jolts through me every time. Even I know it's coming, I'll kind of like turn it down at that point because it's like wee, and there's his head. Deep Blue Sea is I like Deep Blue Sea, and the Meg is actually not bad at all.
No, the Meg is terrible.
No, you didn't like that?
No, it was terrible.
Is it
I
just?
don't like Statham.
Oh wow, okay.
And I think like because I was watching this and I was occasionally thinking of the Meg and I was thinking, how did that film mess it up so badly? And this one
Nice.
got it so right.
Okay, yeah. Jaws is there's nothing about Jaws I don't like. Even all the fishermen on the boat after they capture that tiger shark, and their guys are like, "Oh, this has to be the shark," and I wonder what sort of shark it is. And Richard Dreyfuss says it's a tiger shark, and you look at that big dumb moron that goes, "A what?" Like that. Even that scene is hilarious. But here's another scene:
Yeah.
the intensity of the two idiots that go off the pier to use his wife's roast beef to capture the shark, and Jaws pulls the pier out, and that dude is swimming back, and he's like, "Don't look back, trust me, run, swim." That intensity is gripping. It's just you find yourself, you don't even realize it. You find yourself just gripping whatever you're tightening up, and then he finally gets back, and you're like, "Whew, okay." It's just incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of my fave scenes too is when they're all sharing their war stories. And I mentioned this on stream, I think last week or whatever. They're sharing their stories about their bumps and pains and hurts, and then he starts talking about whatever the ship was, and I just watched it a couple minutes ago, or a few minutes ago before we started, and I forget the name of it, but the real life ship that went down when they were transferring the bomb that Japan attacked, whatever, and they went down, and they were just basically sitting ducks in the water while sharks were picking them off one by one. Like this sobering moment. Richard Dreyfuss is singing. They're all having a good. Like he's and he's laughing his head off. That's it. He's laughing his head. Ah. And then when he said it's from the USS whatever, like this sobering moment that Richard Dreyfuss is like, whoa, wait a minute. And he didn't just go, what? He didn't do anything stupid like that. He still did like a couple other, giggles as it set in that moment. He's like, you were on this and blah, blah, blah. And he tells the story. And Quint does an amazing storytelling of that. And it's sobering. It's scary. It's intense. Yeah. And then they just go into a big sing-along song. They're all buddies, and then Show
me the way to go home.
Boom, boom. I'm tired and I want to go to bed. It's so good. And then all of a sudden, poop hits the fan. It's like, all right, let's go. And I thought it's so much fun. It's a fun movie. It's a joyful ride, and it's got the scary elements. It's got intense, terrifying moments, and overall, it's got even the feel good. It's got everything. It truly has everything. The scene where little Alex Kittner kid gets eaten, and then the mother comes upon the pier and slaps Brody in the face. They did that 17 times, and she smacked him insanely hard each time. One point she hit him so hard that Brody's glasses went flying off. I was reading that this morning. I was like, unbelievable. But yeah, Roy Scheider, he was talking about how it took 17 takes to get the right moment, and she pounded him 17 times. And Kirby Last, thank you so much. Wow, for the 7 months on a 5-month streak. Thank you. Woohoo, hashtag Kirby Last.
That'd have like a really red face.
What's this?
That'd have like a really red face after that.
Just belting him. I thought that was incredible. And it's just wild. Hold on, we do have this lunatic here that keeps posting his little porn sites. So I don't know how many accounts he has. I keep getting.
I unhid them.
Yeah, it's all good. I keep getting rid of them. So look, there's another one. Yeah,
what the heck? They're persistent. I give them that.
Yeah, fine with me. We just delete them. We still chat about it and we still rack it. It's all good. So yeah. No, it's hashtag Urban Curvy. That's it. Yeah. So was there anything you didn't like about the movie? Myself, I thought it was perfect. I think that's a 10 out of 10 movie.
It's hard to pinpoint something that I didn't like. I think it's like I suppose I haven't got like the nostalgia feeling like you would have.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's a really solid film.
Yeah.
And I can't really phone it for that. Like, it's got decent camera techniques. It's got like from a technical standpoint as well. Like, the acting's solid. I think the scene where the woman of the kid who got eaten.
Yep.
And she came up saying, like what, while everyone was celebrating the death of the tiger shark, and she was coming up in her funeral wear, and she said, you knew about this and you still let them go out. You killed my son. And it's like that hit. Like,
cool. All right. I love this.
Because I wasn't because you'd sort of half expect her to come up and like say, "Oh, thank you for killing the shark," But no, it was a complete reverse. You knew that shark was out there, and my son was out there, and he got killed. You killed my son.
Yep.
But yeah, I thought it was great. Really solid.
Really so, and technically speaking as well, like he's from the Richard Dreyfuss character is from like the Oceanic Institute or whatever. He comes in identifying, like when he's doing the whole possible boat killing of the first girl, and he's ripping into whatever the technical terms are. He spews that off perfectly, and then like the kind of the battle between Quint and Dreyfuss's character Matt Hooper, between the two of them for their knowledge, and Quint kindly or basically diminishes any let's see, relevance or intelligence he may have because he's a rich kid is what he referred to him as. He's just like, you don't even stand, like when he said it proves one thing that you rich kids know not to know when you're wrong or something. I thought that scene was just like a punch in the face, regardless if Quint was right or not. He was always right in his mind. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, which was so awesome. Oh, that was when he was saying that there was some sort of a marlin under the boat or whatever, and then it bites through the cable. But oh my gosh, that movie is outstanding. It's so much fun. It's a good ride. Even the way it ended when the boat's going down. Here comes Jaws. And they already established in the beginning of the movie these type of sharks eat everything because they pulled out the Louisiana license plate.
Yes.
And these other signs. So it made sense to have the oxygen tank in his mouth. And I think, Mythbusters had done a test. They said, would this actually happen if a shark had the oxygen tank in his mouth and you shot it? And I forget how it worked out with them. But here it is, Brody, at the very end. Smile, you son of a pow! And it blows up. And it's just like this wonderful music at the end. And you see Jaws going down. It's, oh my gosh. What an enjoyable, super fun movie. And we're talking about Jaws. I did a paper breakdown on this movie. Oh my gosh, Catriggs, I wish you were here on this call. She did a paper breakdown on this movie. Catriggs, Jaws, the original, is my favorite movie of all time. It easily is. As many movies I love and give 10 out of 10s and all that stuff. This movie's a 10 out of 10 for me. It is perfect from beginning to end to me. And there's nothing that I can really pick apart. And even when I mentioned that the dude's where he and would, he just looks like a big dummy. My favorite line is Harper, stop playing with stop playing with yourself. It's great. Quint, and when I sing Farewell and Adieu to You Dear Spanish Ladies all the time, that's where I got that from, that movie. And I still do it. It's a blast. And the fact that they have the actors were great. The girl who plays that scene. All right, so they capture the shark, and Matt Hooper's like he comes to visit. So you get Brody. He's sitting here. I have seen The Shallows. We went to the theater to see The Shallows, Steph and I. And so he's sitting there like he's contemplating everything that's gone down. He's already been accused of killing Alex Kittner, all of that stuff. Then you got the little boy his son, who's mocking him or doing everything his dad's doing. That scene there is so special. It's a beautiful scene in a horrific time, I guess, in this dude's life. And then he asks his son, it hits me when he said, like, he asks his son, he goes, give me a kiss. And the kid's like, why? He goes, because I need it. I think that is such a powerful, amazing scene. And then you've got the mother just standing there watching this all unfold. And I don't know if you guys seen this, but this is, and I don't want to throw out the typical, the woman scene or anything like that, but just how a lot of men are shut down. They don't talk about their feelings, all that stuff. Matt Hooper comes in and he goes, hey, I'm Matt Hooper, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, I'd like to talk to your husband. And she says, and so would I. And I think a lot of people miss that scene, but it's such a powerful moment. Like everything that went down, she's sitting there watching her husband hurt and beat and just downstraught. And she wants to talk to him and console him and all of that stuff. And when she says that line, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's what great line delivery, great acting. Everything is wonderful. Fun fact, my dad said when this movie came out, no one wanted to go to the beach. People were scared. Yeah, Catriggs, that's what I was saying earlier to Lee. No, you cannot go to the beach. After you watch the first Jaws movie, you cannot go to the beach in the water or at an aquatic center or at a public swim and at one point in your life not think about Jaws or do the Jaws. and that's get under the water and stick your hand. You can't. It changed everything. The point of view stuff. Like if you read about Jaws, it talks about how it changed how people did movies, as in from point of view, doing kind of like it's there, but you don't see it. Like the whole bigger boat scene, you don't really gaffle the intensity on how big the shark is. Matt Hooper's like, that's a 20-footer. Quint's like a 25. Such an iconic line as well. Like the two still battling.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Lee.
And to think like that you were saying that a lot of the non-seeing aspect was done because they couldn't get the robot working. Like maybe like if they did get the robot working, it wouldn't have been so good.
No.
Like I think not seeing it made it better.
Oh, 100%.
Like,
it made you scared.
Yeah.
When you're swimming out in the lakes, you don't know what's underneath you.
Yeah.
You just blindly swim. And that's the way the movie should have been. That's the way it was. It was just like, and these guys should have been safe where they were at for a lot of the stuff. And back in the 70s, we didn't know anything about sharks, just that they killed people. That was the mindset. That's why when Shark Week came out on Discovery, it was like, let's debunk that humans are not the point of the affection of sharks. And that's what they've done every single year for Shark Week. Shark Week is these are beautiful creatures. They're amazing. Sometimes they mess up. Seals are their main sort of food or whatever. Sometimes they mess up with people in a wetsuit or surfers or whatever. But whew, it is wild. Now, of course, there are others. Another fun fact: actors hated Steven Spielberg because he was a maniac on the set. LOL. It was long filming hours. It really was, and he wasn't even the first choice, Catrix. And you know what's funny? The first director they wanted, and ironically, his name is Dick Richards, which is really weird. His name would have been Dick, which is kind of funny. So we'll leave it at that. Anything else? Final moments about Jaws Lee, not Jaws Lee, but Jaws, Lee. Anything else for that?
I pretty much got everything that I wanted to say. It's a really solid film.
All right.
And I wish I saw it before now.
Oh, that's okay. Now's the time you were meant to see it, Lee. Right for the podcast. So I love it. There's so many. There's thousands of other movies that I could recommend. Lee has the next movie. Just as a heads up, those of you that are here still, every 2 weeks we're going to do the movie podcast. And we are more than open to having a guest with us to chat about the movie. The only stipulation is you need to watch that movie within the next, within that 2 week period, whatever. Lee, do you have the next movie? Or I know I just dropped it on you today.
No, I haven't thought of one yet.
All right, so we'll create a channel on Discord. Make sure you check Discord. We'll at everybody and we'll be saying who would like to participate. Please say I will be replaying the stream. Catrix, we chat. Oh, I let you know if there's spoilers. We did talk about Thor, Love and Thunder. I talked a little bit about Nope. Jaws is why I don't like water. Kirby Lass, I love it. Wow. I love swimming though, but Kirby, that's amazing. That's what I like hearing. Yeah, we talked to, the name may change. We'll see, but we'll see. It's fun. I like it. Lee chose the name. We could keep it. I got to come up with the logo, all this stuff. I'll come up with a different thing. And then we'll get into, there's some awesome stuff we could do and talk about. And Catrix, I want you to watch the trailer. Curvy Lass, you as well. Watch Pray for the Devil, the new trailer that we just seen before I watched Nope. I'll skip over Thor. Haven't seen it. All right. Yeah. Okay, cool. You should, because there's spoilers. All right. Nope. There's no spoilers for Nope, but I let you guys know prior where there is. So yeah, so stay tuned to Discord. If you want to participate in this, let us know. And we'll just have like one person, or we may do two, but it'll mainly be one person. We'll choose for that week, all of that stuff. But we'll let everybody know in that Discord page of the movie chat what the next week is going to be. And this is going to be exciting. I loved it today. This was awesome. I'm so glad we got to share this, Lee, chat about it, talk about other movies. But we're going to have news. We're going to have we're going to have Star Wars news. And then we'll just get Lee to, since he'll have 2 weeks now and he doesn't have to do trivia, we'll get Lee doing a bunch of news. We talked a lot of Marvel at the beginning with the news, with the San Diego Comic-Con stuff, a lot of chat about Marvel stuff at the beginning, which was awesome. And so, but yeah, We're going to keep this rolling.
That's awesome.
I want to have a horror section. Will Lee be doing movie trivia? I don't think so. I don't think we'll be doing trivia for this. We'll come up with something. Lee, do your job. We'll come up with something. And just something fun. And this is going to change. I'm telling you right now, Star Wars, never heard of it. Ew, cat tricks. I'm deleting that comment too. So we're gonna change. We're gonna do a bunch of different things, and my mind keeps racing on what the stuff we could do with it. It's just when I plan on doing the movie podcast, the night before, the day before, something huge happens, and that's just the way it's worked the last two. So today we did it anyways. I could have kept sleeping. I was exhausted this morning. Oh, 10:42. All right, cool. Well, Steph was right about the 90 minutes. So, all right, Lee. Anything else?
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, this was so much fun, guys. Feel free to turn this back. It'll be live on YouTube. We've got a new playlist. I think it's called the PCU Movie Podcast. That's where this will be stored in a playlist. It should be when we end this. It should be ready in a few minutes. She knows you too well. Yeah, that's true, James. That is true. Kirby, thank you for the resubscribe. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Lee, thank you for wearing the Pharaoh Legend shirt. That is incredible.
Absolutely.
That is awesome. And those of you that are on YouTube as well, I am happy to be back to YouTube. Thank you all so much. Even the person that was spamming his porn links. Thank you so much for helping my chat.
Hey, we get the views.
We get the views. That's it. And he kept coming back with a different account. I'll take it. All right, guys, here we are. Episode 1 done. Act 1 done. I think that's what I put. Act 1. I was just fooling around with titles. We'll see. We probably won't keep that. As usual, my name is Paul. That's right. So here we go. Thank you, guys. In 2 weeks, we'll be back with the movie podcast. But tomorrow I'll be streaming. And all week, I'll probably take care of only. Have a great day. You too. Probably a little bit later, I'll be streaming during the week. We'll figure it all out. Tomorrow I'm off because it's a holiday. So here we go. So as for Lee, my name is Paul. You guys take care. See you guys. Love all you beautiful people.
Yeah, of course. Oh, it's just the box that the Black Panther